It's Monday, September 16th, 2019, and this is the Pro and Con Show, and I'm your host, Michael James Ott. Welcome to the show, once again. Hundreds to come. 150 in the past. Here we go. Anyway, the Pro and the Con Show. So the whole idea is to encourage people to, focus on the truth, the who, the what, the where, and the when, and that includes the pro and the con, the good and the bad, the for and against. Okay, these issues that we face as a nation, as a community, as people, there's always trade-offs. Okay, and ignoring any of that is wrong-headed. Normally, I try to also help us figure out how to get rid of or figure out where the bias is in some of the information that we receive. So look at 5 different sources of information. 5 different sources of information. Those are some left-leaning sites, so Huffington Post and CNN, and then some right-leaning sites, which are Fox News and Breitbart, and mostly a central, mostly unbiased source, and that's NPR. So, let's see here. So today's show, I want to talk about Justice Kavanaugh. There was a big brouhaha. Ooh, that's an old term. You might have to look that one up if you're too young. But there was a big storm, political storm, over his confirmation because there was a significant amount of accusations of sexual misconduct in one form or another. The guy apparently, and he said in his statement to Congress as he was being vetted for his position, that he loved beer, got drunk a lot, and so then apparently there's a side of him that many witnesses say, he'd strip his pants off and put his manhood in the face of various women and stuff that he was out partying with, who were probably also drunk. In any case, so another one of those came forward here. There was a book that was written, and there's a group of people, friends of a woman. They were all at the same thing and at the same place, and they witnessed this thing where he basically did this kind of thing with this woman. Now, the woman says that she has no recollection of it, but all of her friends around her have a recollection that this occurred, and this was not investigated, and this was not brought forth before the confirmation hearings. So there's another, another swing at Judge Kavanaugh because of his propensity for sexual misconduct. So on NPR, the headline reads, "Reporters dig into Justice Kavanaugh's past allegations of misconduct against him." So in a new book by the New York Times, Robin Pograbin and Kate Kelly, that extends the investigation into Supreme Court Justice history and chases down sexual misconduct allegations and considers his years since then. And so hence the storm, the minor storm. Of course, Huffington Post, being more liberal-leaning, they put emphasis on this kind of stuff with the bold print and the underline. Okay. CNN... CNN has this on their front page, but their top stories are the Iran using drones to attack Saudi Arabian oil facilities. That's getting higher billing on their news. And then basically they have analysis, so it's not the who, what, where, and when. It's some opinion, but basically their opinion is that probably won't go anywhere. And let's see here. And then in Fox News, so again, the left and then right leaning. So now on Fox News, we're definitely right leaning. So now they're looking at the same story and they're saying, okay, Washington Post passed on the story, now revised by the New York Times. Kavanaugh's accuser's friend dismisses original allegations. Joe Scarborough could not believe, in quotations, that New York Times ran the report with a glaring omission, and the omission is that the woman that was actually sexually accosted, if you will, doesn't have a recollection of that. So that was out of the first story. And they later revised the story to say it's the people around her that recall this story, but she, the person that was actually impacted by this, does not recall it. And then New York Times criticized from both sides of the aisle over now revised Kavanaugh allegations. So you can always find individuals, from the various political viewpoints. You always find one that will criticize. So both sides of the aisle. And then some guy named Howard Kurtz, his opinion, again, New York Times Kavanaugh story was nothing short of malpractice. So this is, you can see how the different information streams package the same information, but then put their spin on it. And then Breitbart, where do they have? They have a few stories here about potentially trying to impeach Justice Kavanaugh over this kind of thing, but it's not the lead story. The lead story is the second big story of today, and that is that attorneys in Manhattan are trying to get Trump's tax forms because they're looking into, I think they're looking into fraudulent claims or something like that. And I don't know. Let me see. Let me go to one of these other ones here real quick and see what it says. Oh, now Huffington Post just changed their headline. So there you go. Just that fast. So what's it say under this? They're looking for 8 years worth of state and federal income taxes. Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't really say why. Didn't really say why they're looking into this at this point. Other than just the last statement in this article in the Huffington Post says falsifying business records can be a crime. So apparently there's some belief that he might have falsified his tax records, his business records, according, for his taxes. So anyway, that's what that's about. So that covers the kind of the gambit here on Monday, September 16th. Again, for and against, pro and con, good and bad. Absorb it all and make your own decision. Who, the what, the where, and the when, and stay away from a lot of this opinion and stuff that's in these websites. Okay, so for today, this is the Pro and Con Show. I'm your host, Michael James Ott, once again. Another show tomorrow. Until then, bye for now.